In a world full of checklists. In a world full of my type. In a world full of swipe left, swipe right, resume-style dating profiles, where everybody's measuring everybody by preferences, perfection, and pixel clarity. Where does genuine connection live? Where does real love breathe? Where does authenticity survive? When everybody's shopping for hearts like they're picking items off a shelf. Yeah, this is the world we're living in. A world where people say, I want someone 6 feet tall. I want someone with a certain income. I want someone who texts back instantly. I want someone emotionally mature but doesn't trigger my baggage. I want someone confident but also sensitive, strong but soft, loyal but effortless. Check, 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 check. A checklist for qualities, but no checklist for character. A checklist for looks, but no checklist for loyalty. A checklist for excitement, but no checklist for effort. We've created this world where everybody has standards, but nobody has skill. Nobody has the skill to communicate, the skill to forgive, the skill to love someone through the uncomfortable, the skill to choose someone even when feelings shift. Because love isn't a list, it's a lifestyle. It's not what you want, it's who you are. And the truth is, most people chasing checklists aren't even building connection, they're building control. Let's talk about that. Let's breathe into that. Because connection, genuine, real, soul-level connection, doesn't come from checking boxes. It comes from checking your heart. Have you noticed? People don't ask, what does love require of me? They ask, what can love do for me? What can you offer me? What can you provide me? What can you prove to me? Demand after demand, but no offer to be dependable. No willingness to grow. No desire to choose someone beyond the superficial. See, checklists keep you safe, but they don't keep you loved. Checklists build walls, not relationships. Because genuine connection, real connection, requires something messy, requires something scary, requires something the checklist can't guarantee. It requires vulnerability. It requires honesty. It requires being seen, not as who you pretend to be, but as who you are. Raw, real, imperfect. In a world full of checklists, we're afraid of showing the parts that can't be typed in bullet points. We're afraid of being too emotional or not emotional enough. We're afraid our trauma will push people away, or our silence will make them lose interest. We're afraid of loving too hard or not being enough to be loved at all. So we hide behind preferences, behind standards, behind my type. But here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Your type might be the very thing that's blocking your person. Because sometimes your type is just your trauma talking, your fear talking, your unmet needs trying to rewrite themselves through the shape of another person. But connection doesn't come from picking someone who fits the mold. It comes from picking someone who fits your soul. Let's slow down, breathe, reset. Because genuine connection isn't made in the checklist. It's made in the choice. The choice to show up. The choice to listen. The choice to understand instead of assume. The choice to learn someone instead of judging them for not being instantly perfect. Because connection, real connection, grows in conversations that go beyond, what's your favorite color? What's your sign? What do you do for work? It grows in conversations like, what are you healing from? What scares you? What do you hope for? What does love look like to you? What helps you feel safe? What does support mean on your hardest days? That's connection. That's intimacy. That's soul-level love. Not, do they look good in pictures? Do they check my boxes? Do they fit my fantasy number? Do they fit my future? Do they fit my growth? Do they fit my peace? Connection grows where honesty meets acceptance, where truth meets gentleness, where two people look at each other and say, I don't need you to be flawless. I need you to be here, present, open, real. In a world full of checklists, realness is rare, and rare feels scary. But rare is also worth it. Because what's the point of finding your type if they can't hold your heart? What's the point of finding someone ideal if they don't choose you in the ugly seasons? What's the point of finding perfection if they can't give you peace? Connection happens in the small things, the unexpected moments, the unplanned gentleness. Connection is when someone remembers something you said weeks ago. Connection is when someone senses your mood without you speaking. Connection is when someone chooses to understand before reacting. Connection is, I see you. Connection is, I hear you. Connection is, I'm not leaving. You can't put that in a checklist. You can't swipe to find that. You can't demand it from someone who's not built for depth.
Depth recognizes depth. Vulnerability recognizes vulnerability. Soul recognizes soul. But we've been conditioned to look for highlights, not character. Edges, not empathy. Fantasies, not foundation. And that's why connections fail. Not because we're unlovable, but because we're searching in the wrong dimension. Connection isn't physical. It's spiritual. It's emotional. It's invisible but undeniable. You can feel it like a shift in the atmosphere. You can feel it like a deep breath after a long storm. You can feel it like clarity after confusion. Connection whispers, this is different. This is safe. This is peace. And peace, that's how you know it's real. Not passion, peace. Not perfection, presence. Not checklist compatibility, spiritual alignment. But here's the part nobody warns you about. Genuine connection requires accountability, requires growth, requires healing. Because when you meet someone who is safe, who is kind, who is patient, who is real, they will expose every part of you that settled for less. They will show you how you've been loving wrong, choosing wrong, healing wrong. They will challenge your fears, challenge your comfort zone, challenge your old patterns. And that's why genuine connection scares people. It asks you to evolve. A checklist doesn't. A checklist protects your ego. Connection threatens it. Because connection is humbling. It reveals your flaws without shaming you. It exposes your insecurities without abandoning you. It grows you, pulls you, shifts you, softens you. Connection is transformation. Real love is growth. So how do we pursue genuine connection in a world full of checklists? Here's how. Lean in. Don't hide. Let yourself be seen. Stop dating by requirements. Start dating by revelation. Ask yourself, do I feel safe? Do I feel heard? Do I feel valued? Do I feel peace? Because connection lives in peace. Chaos is a counterfeit. Pursue character over charm. Choose consistency over chemistry. Value honesty over aesthetics. Don't ask, do they fit my type? Ask, do they fit my heart? Do they fit my future? Do they align with my growth? Because love that's real doesn't always come in the package you expected, but it always comes with the peace you needed. In a world full of checklists, choose connection, choose depth, choose presence. Choose the person who chooses you in patience, in kindness, in effort, in honesty. Love isn't a list, it's a lifestyle. Connection isn't found, it's built. And real love, real connection, real partnership isn't about finding someone who checks your boxes. It's about finding someone who checks on your soul. Choose that. Protect that. Pursue that. Because checklists fade. But connection, the real kind, the soft kind, the patient kind, the honest kind, that stays, that grows, that transforms, that builds. In a world full of checklists, choose what you can't put on a list. Choose love.